Big Bill Brunsey. He says, Big Bill, that blues music you play, you call that folk music? And Big Bill says, well, I've never heard no horses sing none of it. I told you not to mention wild folk dancing.
Sing None of It. I'm Ralph Litwin.
I'm Lou Gelfond.
And this is our guest today who we picked that song out for. His name isn't Henry Jones, but it is Henry Nerenberg.
Hi.
And he plays the trombone. Now, Henry is a multifaceted individual. He's a musician. He's been called the chord doctor by those at the Folk Project, and he's also associated with the Folk Music Society of Northern Jersey. And I've also heard Henry referred to as a musical encyclopedia.
Well, yeah, I don't refer to myself as that, but some people get a kick out of it, I guess. I don't know.
Henry does know an amazing amount of songs.
Henry's also one of those chord magicians. On piano or on guitar, you have 5 ways of playing the same thing, depending on how you feel at the time.
Yeah. Mostly I try to play it right, though.
Okay.
So what song are you going to give us here, Henry?
Oh, well, I thought I'd start out with a song that by Woody Guthrie. And Woody Guthrie is somebody who I've liked for an awfully long time. My path of musical interest has taken a very strange series of turns, but this is a song that he wrote. Of course, when you say he wrote, I don't know, he got it probably from a lot of other sources or made it into, but he's the one I heard it from. It's called the Danville Girl, or sometimes it's called Good Morning, Mr. Railroad Man. But I want to try to do that one for you here. Actually, we decided that I was going to try to do this alone, but it's always good to have surprises. So if Lou feels like playing the fiddle on this, it's in D. And if any of you out there, wherever you are, feel like playing along, it's in D. Well, I went down to the railroad yard just to watch the trains roll by. I knew the train would run that day, but I did not know what time. No, I did not know what time, poor boys. I did not know what time. Well, I knew the trains would roll that day, but I did not know what time. So I walked up to this gentleman there, looked like he might know. Good morning, Mr. Railroad Man. What time do your trains roll by? 9:16, 2:44, 25 minutes to 5. I said, let's see if I got this right. You say 9:16, 2:44. 25 minutes to 5. Thank you, Mr. Railroad Man. Gonna let your trains roll by. Well, I was standing on the platform, smoking a big cigar, waiting for some old freight train carried an empty car. And sure enough, one come along, and I rode that train down to Danville town. Got stuck on a Danville girl. You can bet your life she was a pearl. She was that Danville girl. But there was something about her I didn't like. She wore the hat on the side of her head, like the high-toned people all do. And that very next train come down the line. Well, I bid that girl adieu. Yes, boys, I bid that girl adieu. Poor boys, I bid that girl adieu. Well, the very next train come down the track. Well, I bid that girl adieu. And it's hey, hey, hey. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, ho.
All right.
Danville Girl, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like it. Thanks, Woody.
Well, now, Henry, tell us a little bit about this group that you're a member of. It has an unusual name.
Ah, yes, it does have an unusual name. It's called Wissagnibuscalame, and that is an acronym. And you can go look that up later. Don't stop watching the show for that. That's stands for We Still Ain't Got No Band, Supper Club, and Living Room Music Emporium. You can check it out. It's right. It works out just fine. And they're three people that met. Ken Ralston, Pat Ralston, and me. We met at some festival once, some folk project festival. And I don't know. We just got interested in each other's music,
Hit it
and we
off.
decided hit it off.
You
That's
still
what
go up
happened.
to those folk festivals, Henry?
Yeah, I do. I still go to them. They're
You
still
still
real
do?
good. Yep.
Well, we happen to have a video clip of you guys that was recorded at the Common Ground
Whoa.
folk club, I guess you call it.
Yeah.
And it's up in Newton, New Jersey.
Yeah.
I guess it's been moved recently.
Yeah.
And so we're going to take a look at that little clip right now.
Funny riddle, it's a thing you can do when you're feeling low. Bring yourself a box and swing it. Heidi-ho, swing the scale, swing the scale, swing the scale, swing the scale.
All right, well, that's your band, Henry.
That's the band. That's
With SAG for short.
With SAG for
right.
short, yeah.
The folk project down in Morristown and now in Basking Ridge. That's a focus for a lot of the activity that you do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. You have another song for us, Henry?
Well, I do. I do have another song for you. That's nice of you to ask. This is not exactly the same kind of song as I did before. It's very different. I guess it's definitely jazz-based. And I guess I'm still interested in it because although I'm interested in all kinds of music from around the world, this is American music, and that last song was American music, and so is this. And this is a jazz solo that was done by a very famous jazz musician, Coleman Hawkins. And he's made this record of Body and Soul. It was an instrumental record. He played his saxophone. And then a fellow named Eddie Jefferson wrote some jazz lyrics to it and actually took that solo record the way it existed for about 3 minutes and just wrote lyrics over it. And it does tell the story of Coleman Hawkins, how he, a bit about his life, how he was over in Europe, and then he came over and finally got recognized over here. So this is Body and Soul. Don't you know he is the king of saxophones? Yes, indeed he is. Talking about the guy that made his sound so good. Some people know him by the bean, but Hawkins is his name. He sure can swing it, play pretty too. Sounds good to me, should sound good to you. I love to hear him playing Body and Soul, very pleasing to the ear. And when I first heard it on the record, I just stopped right there. It sounded like a band of angels in the sky, and I have never ever heard a sweeter tone. In fact, I paid no attention to the saxophone till Coleman Hawkins came along and spoke to everyone, saying, better listen, won't you hear me while I play for you? Sometimes it's hot, then again it's blue. My soldiers seem to wander, pleasing each and every one, is what I've long been craving for. The doors have not been always open, but I'm trying to please you. Please don't try to stop me, hope you like it, folks. And then he started cooking. Every time he played some melodic melody, fast or slow, you could tell it was Hawkins. No other one ever has quite captured his tone, just he alone. As the sound it penetrates, it will sure go right through you, yes it will. And every chorus gives you just another thrill. Dixieland or jazz, it makes no difference. Everyone in Europe really digs him. In Germany, in gay Paris, it's ja and oui, oui. All his fans in Sweden love him, there's no one above him. Here in the USA, I've heard them say old Hawk is still the man. He's had his own bands, folks in all lands give him a hand, cause he's so grand, yes sirree. And in New Zealand, music lovers are still talking about Coleman Hawkins. All around the world, he is known. There can be no doubt about his knowledge of the horn. He must have been born to blow the tenor, cause the melody just floats everywhere, floats right through the air, oh yeah. And I've got to remind you, 20 years it took him, playing every day to attain his first claim to fame. He was 20 years ahead of time, and he knew it, but he kept right on a cooking. He went all around the world, making rhythm, cause music sure was in him, and he knew it was. Benny Goodman was king of swing, everybody loved to dance. Hawkins knew he had a chance of playing music, so he blew, and he blew, and he blew, and he blew. He blew his tenor, and he played his summer and winter. Then he cut his masterpiece, and now I'm trying to sing it for you. Hope that I'm getting through to everyone. Here I go. I didn't mean to reminisce. You can surely bet that I won't forget, and I haven't yet. Goodbye.
Henry, right.
That's something, I love that too.
Yeah, just had a couple of words in it, and
Just a few.
hope you all enjoyed that, because that's a good song.
Henry, the three of us have gotten together and played in all kinds of situations. I'd say the most fun I've had lately is playing in a ragtime band with you, where Ralph plays tenor banjo and that harmonica and does a lot of singing, and you're on keyboards and trombone,
Yeah.
and what other instruments?
Well, guitar and
whatever.
sometimes bass, maybe.
Sometimes bass. We
yeah.
bring along our string basses along. And
Yeah, we all trade instruments. It's just
I've seen Henry play the mountain dulcimer too.
that's true.
And sometimes Dave Grego has joined us, and some other tuba players too.
Yeah.
To play that ragtime tuba, break out the straw hats, right?
Yeah.
Do that type of stuff.
Well,
Is it time to play Bye Bye Blues?
Yeah, well, we could jump into that tune right now. It's more fun to play tunes and talk about them, so why don't we do it?
okay. This is written a long time ago. It's probably from the 20s, I'd say. But lots of people still like to play it, so it must be pretty good. We have a good time with it.
All these hot TV lights make my banjo going. There we go.
Well, bye, bye, blues. Bye, bye, blues. Birds sing, bells ring, sun is shining, no more pine.
How much time we have what we're doing here.
Yes. I got a feeling we got a lot of time.
I'll tell you what I like to
5 minutes
do.
left? Well,
I'd like to
okay.
just insert a little fiddle tip here.
Well, that's good.
Right into, into the
That's
show.
good. That's a good tip.
Let's hear your
Like
fiddle
this.
tip.
This is the fiddle tip of the
I guess
week
it's going to be
here,
an
right?
ongoing series, is it? I'm
ongoing
sorry I won't be
series.
here for the next one.
If you play it like this, it will not work. No, you play it like this. You use your left hand for the fingering. Here goes. Now this is a simple thing, and to help you fiddlers out there, if you want to bow and bow well, all you have to do is draw a slow bow near the bridge, and it works great like this. Works lousy if you do it away from the bridge like this. Which is wonderful. So slow bows are always near the bridge, and they work great. Get a 40 count bow if you want. We won't take the time, but I'll show them. Sound good. Now if you want to play fast bows, you have to do them far away from the bridge, like this. If you try to do them close to the bridge, doesn't work. So the fiddle tip for the week is slow bows near the bridge, fast bows far away, and have yourself a good time. It's called sounding point. That's the point, boys.
Well,
right.
okay. I
Now,
think
if
we're
you'd
down
like-
to 4 minutes. Yeah.
Now, if you would like to get in touch with any of us or find out more information about us, you can write to us at care of the station, and that information will be at the end of the show. And Henry, you got an idea for a tune you'd like to play?
Well, gosh, I don't know. We could do another swing one, or we could do a fiddle tune. I don't know, just something instrumental. Or
Fiddle tune? Well,
I'm
Pig
sure
Ankle
Lou's
Rag
got
would
lots
be
of fiddle. Pig
would be a
Ankle
fun-
Rag.
a
I
fun
like
tune.
that one.
Like
That
the
one.
Pig Ankle Rag?
Yeah.
I always tell people, shake a foot and moan. I heard that from a clogger up in New York State one time, and I thought it had a lot of pizzazz to it. Shake a foot and moan. Oh,
In case you folks didn't notice, that is Henry in the opening montage of this show with a little trombone solo there.
Oh, okay.
Even Henry didn't know that.
That's
And
right.
if you just came in, this is Henry Nerenberg over here, our guest for today. Mr. Ralph Litwin over here, and I'm Lou Gelfond. We're here in Parsippany today, filming a little bit of a show for you all.
Oh, we should tell them that Henry is right from down the street here in Lake Hiawatha.
Yes, that's right. And
Local boy.
of course, the
Local
lake's
boy.
a lot bigger now with all the rain we had. But,
Is there a lake in Lake
no,
Hiawatha?
I think there used to be, but I don't think there is anymore. But it's a nice name. And so,
And this is
reason
the
to
theme
name it.
song of our show we're about to do here.
The Pig Ankle Rag. Okay.
What key is this again?
D.
Okay.
Starts on an A though.
Okay,
Every
yeah.
man's key of D.
end of our time.
Thank you very much for watching our show. There's more to come in the weeks to come of good people to
Yes.
join us. Yes.
Next week, we'll have a very exciting guest, but we haven't figured out who that is yet.
Oh, well, okay.
But Ralph will be here,
I'll
I'll
be
be here,
waiting.
and
Find
Henry might even be back.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.